In the golden glow of the Egyptian morning, the world was already busy, long before the sun rose over the Nile. Generations of tradition, strict rules, and centuries of certainty, life, in short, moved according to a puzzle that everyone knew by heart. But Egypt was no flat plain. It was a pyramid, and not just those built from stone. So, Egypt moved through its seasons underneath an invisible pyramid, where every life, choice, and hope was shaped by the promise, or weight, of where you began and where, just possibly, you might climb. At the very top, a single figure, radiant and remote. The Pharaoh, ruler, God on earth, divinely chosen. For ordinary people, seeing the Pharaoh was as rare as an eclipse. Every aspect of life existed to serve him. War, peace, law, harvests, even the sunrise. His word was law, his breath, the will of the gods. Just below stood the vizier, the Pharaoh's right hand, part judge, part administrator, part minister. The vizier was the one who made the trains, and by trains we mean chariots, run on time, keeping track of taxes, grain stocks, flood levels, and the mountain of paperwork issuing from the royal court. Egypt's complicated bureaucracy, legions of scribes and officials, all ultimately answered to him. Priests moved in the next shadowy tier. They commanded secrets of the gods, controlled the grandest temples, and managed enormous tracts of land. Festivals, rituals, healing, astronomy. The priests did it all, and ordinary Egyptians knew better than to question them. Then, the scribes, literate, sharp-eyed, and indispensable, their thin reeds wrote history itself. Scribes kept records, wrote decrees, accounted for taxes, and immortalized Egypt's stories on papyrus and tomb walls. Just being able to write set them a world apart. Next were the craftsmen and artisans, the builders, sculptors, goldsmiths, and painters. They were skilled and respected, and their hands shaped the afterlife, one statue, coffin, and mural at a time. Then, the broad foundation, the farmers. They raised and harvested it all, working the land granted to the gods and the Pharaoh. In an Egypt that lived on bread and beer, their work was the backbone of the nation. Of course, beneath even the farmers were the laborers and servants, those conscripted for massive building projects, receiving shelter and food, but little else. At the very bottom were enslaved people, prisoners of war or foreign captives. Their lives were hard, their futures uncertain, except for their place in Egypt's unbending order.
Father, I have finished my training.
My son, a scribe.
I can read the words of the gods. I can write the accounts of the Pharaoh's harvests.
You have climbed the pyramid, my son. You are in a different world now.
For millennia, this was Egypt, a civilization built not just of stone and sand, but of order, a pyramid of people reaching for the heavens, where every block had its place, secure and unmoving. An order that promised stability, but demanded sacrifice, a world where destiny was written at birth, and the weight of the pyramid above was as certain as the rising of the sun.